Good evening, good evening, good evening. This is the check in, and I am your boy Heat Detector. Before we get started, let me run this disclaimer. Let me get some things situated before we get started. A lot of things to talk about, but let's get this disclaimer out of the way. Shout out to Mercedes on the beat. Also, to the other part of this disclaimer is that there will be and could be some very harsh language. I am not a psychiatrist. I am not a licensed therapist. I am just truly just a man on a journey. And the the point of this show is to not to offend anyone or disrespect anyone at all. The point of this show is to give information. The point of this show is to give understanding. The point of this show is to give people a place to check in, because we all need a place to check in. We all need to check in every once in a while, you know, because life is something else. And I want to say, uh, welcome back to the check in. I had to take a little hiatus for a quick minute because in my mind, life was life in me, man. Life was putting me in a chokehold, so to speak, and I needed a break. I'm doing a lot of stuff. I have a lot of things going on, and I felt like I needed a break. And it had me thinking today, because those of you that are familiar with the show, I only come up with the ideas for the show day of, and it had me thinking today. Is when a person says life is life, and is that an excuse, or is it really something? And my thoughts were about myself. Did I did I not do the shows because life was lifing? Because if that's the case, that's the whole point of the show, isn't it? Isn't that the whole point of everything, is to have a place to go and talk and feel safe and to let things out of your system? Or did I use that as an excuse to not do the show? Because the truth of the matter is, I was and still am going through things, and life is lifing on me. And I always talk about um, giving yourself grace. And in this instance, I don't feel that I gave myself grace. I don't feel like I gave myself any patience. I don't feel like I gave myself any understanding. I just went with the narrative of life lifing. And I get it. We all it's a saying now. Everybody says, "Oh man, I couldn't make it, man. Life be life." And hold on, I need to get my coffee. Yeah. As I was saying, like we all use that now. Like, oh man, life is life on me, man. I couldn't make it, or I this and I that. But the truth is, there's obligations. We have obligations to things. We have obligations to people, to loved ones, to jobs, to shit, life. And I feel like, at least for myself, I feel like using the term or the analogy that life is lifing as an, like, using that when you do have control over what you do and how you as a person, I'm talking of myself as well. I am in control of me. I'm in control of my behavior. I am in control of what I allow in my space. I am in control of how I perceive that shit. I am in control. I'm in control of me. So how is life gonna life on me unless I allow it? Does that make sense? Unless I allow life to life me. Life can't be lifing if it's used as an excuse. I think I don't. I'm beginning to really think that's used as an excuse to throw your hands up, to just say fuck it. Or, in my case, I felt like I needed a breather. If that's the case, then I should have said, I just need to take a step back right now. But I guess for my own whatever, I I just said life is life, and I won't or I can't. Shout out to Mercedes. She says yes. Mercedes on the beat. Salute to you. And she said exactly. Yeah, I mean, life lives and life lives on everybody. I'm not. It's not exclusive to me. Life having twists and turns and fucking up shit and things like that. It's not exclusive to me. It's happening as we speak to everybody. As we speak, somebody life is life in their ass, but you know what they're doing? They're fighting back. I had said that life had me in a chokehold. Did it? Or did I allow it to have me in a chokehold? Did I allow it to get the best of me after all this work that I've been doing on myself? Um, I Mercedes says it's all what we allow in. Absolutely. Um, and I allowed these things to get the best of me. And like I said, after all of the work that I've been doing on myself for myself, I allowed it to proverbially put a fucking chokehold on me. And it really sat me down for a second and had me really thinking and reevaluating me. What am I really doing? What am I really doing? Do I want the change that I desire? Is it an excuse? Is that an excuse? Am I still holding on to things that I probably should let go of? Am I not giving myself grace? Am I not really using patience as a tool? That shit had me really thinking about what the fuck I'm doing. Not only that, how it affects others around me. And when they say, "Are you okay?" My answer was, "Oh, life's just lifing right now." The fuck does that mean? What I should have done when somebody asked me if I was okay, what I should have done was said, "No, I'm not okay." That's the whole fucking point of the check-in. For people to come in and feel safe to say, "I'm not okay. I need help." Why in the fuck did I not do that? Why did I, me personally, why did I take a step back and allow life to choke me out? I tell people all the time, you should be, every day you do something, you should be fighting like your back is against the wall and you got to fight your way the fuck up out of it. In this last few weeks, all I didn't fight out of it. I balled up in the corner and let it beat on me. That's not cool. That's not good. That's not healthy. I got to fight back. My mental well-being, shit, my life depends on it. My life depends on me being well, not just physically, but emotionally well. My fucking life depends on it. I cannot and will not curl up in a ball when my back is against the wall. And I won't ever again allow life to put me in a chokehold. It's too much at stake. Fuck all this equipment. Fuck everything. You know what's at stake? That is so fucking valuable that it's too much to be at stake. Me. Some people may hear that and think that that is selfish as fuck. No, it's not. Because if I'm not okay, nobody around me is going to be okay. Nobody near me is going to be okay. So it's extremely important that I look out for this guy, that you look out for you, not in a selfish manner, but in a way that protects you, whatever that you is, the inner child, the worried and scared you, the impatient you, the hurt you. Hold on, let's see what Mercedes has to say. We just recently went through an energy shift actually on my B-day when the full lunar moon happened, but it was a shift into higher awareness or forever being stuck in a lower vibration feeling lost. I don't know about the astrological thing. I know about me. But I feel you on that. If that is the belief system and the things in which you understand, then that's how you understand it. I don't have any qualms with it. I don't have any thought um, on that like that. I mean, my belief system. I believe in the universe. I believe in willing things. I believe in speaking positive and speaking things into existence. But all of that shit takes action. All of it takes action. Because I can say a lot of good shit and that I'm a great person and I'm this and I'm that. But without action, it means zip, zero, zilch. It's all lip service. It's all lip service. Maybe there is a shift in the lunar shit, in the moon, and the vibration. Maybe. And maybe this is that shift for me. I don't know. But I do know that heat detector, I need to take care of me. I need to be well here. I need to be well here. I need to be okay here. I need to be okay here. My heart should be genuine every fucking day. Good, bad, or indifferent, my heart should be genuine. My thoughts should be genuine, especially when it comes to me. I have to be honest with myself before I can be honest to somebody else. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Mercedes in the chat, man. I appreciate it. I have to be honest with me. Because if I can't be honest with me, you damn well believe I'm not gonna be honest with your ass. But if I can stay honest with me, Rest assured, I'm going to be very honest with you. I'm not talking to anybody in general. I'm just making a blanket statement because I believe these things. And as I'm on my journey of where this leads me into being a better person and understanding who I am as a person, as a human being, as a man, this shit is imperative. This shit is a must. This shit is mando. Feel me? This shit is mandatory. I hear people talking all the time about, I'm 10 toes down. I'm 10 toes. I'm solid. I'm this. I'm that. Can you honestly say that? Because I'm honestly telling you that I felt like life had me in a chokehold. Life didn't have me in a chokehold, man. I was slacking on my macking, if I'm telling the truth. I was being lazy in my execution of me being better. I don't feel like that's okay. Shout out to Liddy. I don't feel like that's okay. I don't feel like, for me, I don't feel like that's okay. For me. Because if I get lazy for one moment, here, I could lose it all in that moment. I have come too far. I have come way too far to take any steps backwards. I have pulled myself out of the mud. And you know what? Good for me. Pat myself on the back. Yes. Self affirmation. Yes. I did that. Give myself some grace. Give myself some understanding. You know, I say that shit all the time. I say affirmation. I'm an auditory person. So when a lot of times, even if I'm by myself or talking to someone, I'll blurt shit out. And I'll say shit like, man, I'm a good dude. And motherfucker will be like, what? I know you cool. No. I'm reaffirming to myself. Sometimes I do that because I'm an auditory person. Sometimes I need to hear it. And I need to hear it from my own motherfucking mouth, not anybody else. Sometimes I'll be like, you're doing the right thing. Don't concern yourself. You're doing the right thing. I'll tell myself that shit. Not everybody needs to do that. I don't know. I do it because I know for me, it helps. And if it helps for you, do it. You know? That's why I'm talking now. That's why I'm saying now. And I apologize to any and everybody that has been watching the check-in from day one. Because not only did I let myself down by doing this shit, because because I have said time and time again, I don't give a fuck about, I give a fuck about this channel and everything that I'm doing. But one thing that I honestly don't care about is if this show itself does anything, because this show right here has helped me and it has helped other people. And I've said, and I'm never not going to do it. And what the fuck did I do? For a couple of weeks, this show is on every Sunday at 8:30, and for a couple of weeks, I didn't do it. So much so that the first Sunday I didn't do it, I was like, fuck, I was mad as fuck. The second Sunday I didn't do it, and I really got on myself, and I was like, God damn, what the fuck am I doing? Then I went down into this more of a slump. The third week I didn't do it, I was like, holy shit, I'm fucking up. I'm genuinely fucking up because this show has become so important to me, not only to speak and talk about these things, but I felt like I shut the door on some people that may have needed to speak and to talk and to be heard because they may have been going through something. That's why it's called the check-in. It's called the check-in because I believe that everybody needs somewhere to go and talk and feel safe and feel like they can get whatever's troubling them at that point in time and that moment to say something. Because not everybody has a listening ear. Not everybody has someone that they can call. Not everybody has a place where they can feel safe. Maybe that person might have been sitting at home by themselves and needed just for someone to listen. So me missing these shows fucked me up. And let's get back to the lifing. And that's what made me think about lifing. Like, is that real or is that a fucking excuse? For me, I felt like I used it as an excuse. And I can't do that. I won't do it again. I'm not talking to everybody, I'm talking to me. I will not do it again. Because I also understand the importance of me being okay. Me being okay. Me being okay with me. You know what I'm saying? Me being okay with me. That shit's important. And this shit was not okay with me. It didn't sit well with me. I didn't get mad at myself. I got frustrated. I was a little disappointed in myself. But I sat down. I really gave it thought. Gave myself some fucking grace. Dusted myself off. And I said, I ain't going to let this shit happen again. I am not going to ever in my life use the excuse of me not doing something, not being there for somebody, missing something, just to say, my bad, man, life was lifing. Life was life and fam. My bad. Now, granted, things get tough. Things can get extremely tough. But it's how we cope with it. It's how we deal with it. Right? How I deal with my situations, things that arise in my life. I can either sit back, be punched in the face by it, or I can fight the fuck back. And I choose to fight the fuck back because I don't want to feel like this. I don't want to take any backward steps. I'm not going to take any backward steps. I want to be well here and I want to be well here. And the only way that I can get there is taking care of me. I can't take care of shit if I can't take care of me. Mercedes on the Beat says, I truly appreciate your soul heat. I know personally what it is like having nowhere or anyone to turn to, being completely alone in the darkness. So thank you for making a safe space for those to have. Oh, you're welcome. I mean, I like for real, like I know motherfuckers say a lot of shit. Oh, I do this for the people and da, 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 da. No, because I genuinely need this shit too. Don't be hard on yourself. You needed those few weeks to understand just how important this specific show is. Yeah. Sure. And I'm only hard on myself because me not doing it also allowed an old trait of mine, which is being lackadaisical, to resurface. And the fact that I didn't do the show, it spread it. I have a team of people, and that helped me run a lot of different things. And when they were like, "You're not doing the check-in," they're like, "What the fuck?" Other attitudes changed about things. The thought process changes, and then if people are looking at me and they're thinking, "Well, if he ain't doing it, and this is the guy that's in charge of all this shit, why in the fuck?" And he's always bitching about everybody being accountable, and he's not being accountable. What kind of message does that send? And I'm not okay with that. But most importantly, I'm not okay with me being not okay. Like I'm not okay with that. It doesn't sit well with me. It's okay to not be okay. Don't get me wrong. What's not okay is to not do anything about it. That's not okay. If you need someone to talk to, pick up the phone. Call someone. Call a crisis line. I'm going to have that information on the next show. I'm going to start putting up the crisis line information, national crisis line, or even the one for the city of Chicago. Call your best friend. Call your mother. Call your sister. Call your brother. Call somebody. Don't sit there and allow these things to consume you, because they will. I've said this on the show like multiple times, and I don't have a problem saying it because this has been a real fucking journey for me. When I had quit drinking, the quitting of the drinking wasn't the problem. I quit that shit like it was nothing. What I wasn't prepared for, I was not prepared for all of the shit that I had been stuffing and had been putting away and not paying attention to, not taking care of. And it was like a pot and the lid just blew over. Mind you, like the first week of not drinking, I was like, oh man, this ain't shit. After about that first week, the first thing surfaces up. I'm like, whoa, where'd that thought come from? Then another one, then another one. Then it became completely out of control. Completely out of control. My brain was like, oh, you don't remember this? Oh, you don't remember that? Oh, this happened, this happened, this happened to you, this happened to you, that happened. You did this, you did that, all of these things that I was drinking to forget, drinking the pain away, drinking myself into a goddamn oblivion every fucking day since I was 13. You hear me? All of those things exploded in one day. I was feeling fucked up. Man, I went in my backyard and I sat down. It was a beautiful day, and I was like, maybe I just need some air. And then the thought comes up. It creeps in and it says, "You don't deserve to be here." It's the fuck. Where in the fuck did that come from? I forgot about it. Continued to breathe, and then it did it again and again and again. The more that thought came, the harder it became for me to ignore the thought. It became harder for me to stop the thought. It got to a point to where I was believing the thought. Everybody would be better if I'm gone. My voice of reason became weak as wet fucking toilet paper. I lost my shit. I had a full on meltdown. I felt like I needed to die. How in the fuck is this possible? How in the fuck is this happening? I couldn't hear anything but that fucking voice. I couldn't hear my children talking to me in my face. I couldn't hear anyone talking to me in my face. Literally couldn't hear them. All I could hear and all I could see was they would be so much better off if I was gone. And even the thought of that scares the shit out of me. I have never in my life been that afraid. Ever. I'm not a prideful man. I'm not a guy who walks around thinking I'm the toughest motherfucker. But I'm not afraid of shit. That shit scared me. That shit horrified the fuck out of me. And I didn't know what to do. I was helpless. I felt helpless. Let me correct that. I felt helpless. And I feel grateful that I have people that care around me, that truly care around me. Because I don't know what I would have done. I know what I was thinking about doing. And I did seek help, if you're curious. And I'm grateful to the people that reached out to me. Because in my mind, nobody gave a fuck. Nobody. So when I do this shit and I talk about feelings and understanding and grace and patience, man, I'm speaking from a place. I'm speaking of a place of understanding because I fucking lived it. I fucking walk it every day. And I was explaining to my son earlier about patience, about execution. It's easy to say, it's so easy to say, I'm working on myself, I'm doing everything. So easy to say it. It's the execution of it that is difficult. Giving yourself grace is difficult. Understanding patience is difficult. Getting to yourself and acknowledging your wrongdoings, being accountable, not to everybody right at the moment, but to yourself, is fucking difficult. It takes time. And it never ends. It never ends. Shout out to Sheba. See, I didn't fuck it up this time, Sheba. I didn't say Sheba. I said Sheba. Salute to you. Nice to have you in the chat. But this shit is difficult, man. I'm in tears right now because knowing how I feel, knowing what I think, because I know, but I told somebody the other day, you can't tell me how I feel or what I think. Nobody knows better than me about how I feel about something. Can't tell me shit. If we're being honest, you may not like my behavior, but you can't tell me nothing about how I feel. No. And one of those other hard parts, shout out to 7373X, shout out to Sheba. See, I almost did it again. But salute to everybody in the chat. Life is a motherfucker, man. And so like the topic tonight is lifing is, are people using that like as an excuse? Because I haven't done the show in a minute, and I felt some kind of way about it, and the excuse that I had given myself was, man, life is lifing on me right now. Life got me in a chokehold. Did it, or did I allow it to? All this shit I talk about, all these things I'm over here saying that a motherfucker should do, and what the fuck did I do? Can't let your guard down. Can't let your guard down for a second. This is a lifelong journey of healing. I am a constant work in progress, man. I am a constant construction work site. I might have did the floors yesterday, but guess what? Today the ceiling caved in. Got to fix it. The day after that, the tree in the front yard fell on top. Man, I got to fix that shit. Every day. It doesn't stop. But for me, must be vigilant. Vigilant. Look, Sheba knows the sun takes no days off, so we can't either. You goddamn right. It's difficult, but the rewards are amazing. Anything, anything that comes easy ain't worth it. Anything that comes easy ain't worth it. I'm worth it. I'm worth the work for me. For me, I'm worth the work. Like I said earlier, all of this shit can go away. The equipment, people. I got to be okay with me first. I got to be cool. Heat's got to be cool with heat. Heat's got to be strong for heat first. Heat has to be okay with heat first. I got to take care of me here. I got to take care of me here in order for me to give any of that to anybody. That's a fact, Jack. True words. So, what's the moral of the story, kids? I don't know. I can tell you what I do know. Life raises its hands at me. Again, I'm fighting the fuck back because I'm worth it. I'm worth every goddamn swing with every amount of energy and power that I have to make sure I'm fucking K. Shit sounds corny. I know it may sound stupid to some, but goddamn, it's true. If I'm okay with me, I'm going to be great with everybody else. And I can't tell a motherfucker I'm 10 toes down if I'm not 10 toes down with me. Fuck life. Life is going to happen. It's going to happen every day. I'm not promised tomorrow. So I sure in the fuck can't let life on me for a moment. Because tomorrow ain't promised to me. I cannot sit still. An idle mind is the devil's playground. I can't sit still. I got to fight. Sheba said, like Curtis Mayfield said, keep on pushing. Hell yeah. And I have a grandchild on the way. I gotta be here. It is a must that I'm here and I'm good. It is a motherfucking must. So yeah, life can kiss my ass in the best way possible. When it's all said and done, I might be bruised up. I might be a little beat up, but I'm going to win. Life ain't getting me in a chokehold. Mm-mm. Not at all. And with that being said, this is the check in. And I will be back next Sunday at 8:30. Fuck what life's talking about. I got shit to do. Peace and blessings to everybody, man. Thank you, everybody in the chat. Thank you, everybody, for watching. I'll see you next Sunday on the check in. Peace.